Folks, welcome back to 4th and 30. We're here with Second Down. Our next topic. Our next topic here is Chip's favorite sport, the NHL.
It's not a sport.
And a major topic coming up in the new year coming up is the tradition NHL has done for the past few years, and that is the NHL Winter Classic, guys. Now we have a great game this season. I mean, Barry, Chip, thoughts? NHL Winter Classic. Does anyone care? Is this a new tradition? What's going on here with NHL?
Before Chip goes on his rant here, which nobody wants to listen to, I know you and me don't want to listen to
Chip. You guys lost your Chip talking to privileges.
That's the best Christmas present I got all year. Anyway, this Winter Classic this year, I've always been a fan of it, but this year it is a joke. I am sorry, but yes, Sidney Crosby, yes, he's a great player. I hate him just about as much as you hate your LeBron James, okay? We're even there. But if the NHL wants to show off talent outside, yes, they can keep Washington, Ovechkin. Yes, he's a great player. But you know what? Pittsburgh already had their chance in the Winter Classic. Take them out, and if you want to put some talent in this, hey, go to Tampa Bay. Like, bring in Tampa Bay. You got LeCavalier, Saint-Louis. You got Steven Stamkos. You want to show off talent? There's a team to put in. You just don't need Crosby. And I'm not going to watch it this year. I know you're not going to watch it this year, but we don't want to hear that.
No, I'm not going to watch it this year. Okay, if you want to put talent on New Year's Day,
well,
put
we're not going to put you on
the
it.
national championship in college football. That's what I'm going to be watching, but okay. I understand the winter thing. Classic. It sounds like a Disney skating event.
Now, hockey's a cold weather sport.
Max, come on.
Chip, now hockey is a cold weather sport here. Now let me finish.
It's an activity.
Hockey should be played outside. Is there really a big deal that it's played outside? I mean, is that what draws fans to the game, or what?
First of all, they got Sidney wishes he was Mason Crosby because he's an actual athlete.
He's a kicker.
And then you also have overrated Skin playing in the Winter Classic, or whatever people like to call that, from our wonderful neighbors of Canada. Keep it in Canada. Don't bring it to our country, because we enjoy college football. This mockery of a sport has just taken over New Year's Day, and it just makes me sick, Max. It really does. Shake your hand.
Why is it a mockery of a sport? Why is it a mockery?
It just is. Do you see it on ESPN anymore? No. Do you see it broadcasted everywhere? People in Phoenix don't even know that they even have a team because they don't care. They'd rather see the Cardinals lose than go to a Phoenix Coyotes game.
I'll admit the NHL has had some problems.
Many.
Just like you. The NHL has had many problems advertising their sport to the Americas. But honestly, I do not think having Crosby be their little poster boy is going to help matters. It is impossible talking to you about hockey, I must say this.
That hat is not helping you, Barry.
So, Barry, what are your thoughts on that Winter Classic? Do you like the format of it? Do you like how it is every year?
Yes, I like the format. Just, if you want to broadcast it, just don't include Crosby and everything.
Now, do you think every year they should have different teams every year, and just once they're done and playing, just go in a rotation and start all over again?
Yes.
Or just...
I'll agree with you there.
Thank you, Chip.
But the sport itself...
Okay, yeah, we don't need that last part.
It's awful.
Okay, so, now that we got your thoughts on the Winter Classic, let's talk about some major other hockey stories going on. One of them,
major sports.
One of them's going on in Buffalo is Derek Roy, their team's leading scorer, who's averaging almost a point per game, is out for the season after getting injured last week. So, what are the Sabres going to do now with Derek Roy out for the season?
Well, they're going to depend on Ryan Miller. Now, I remember a couple of years ago, you said, I don't know who Ryan Miller is.
Still don't.
He is one of America's hugest athletic personnel. Okay? He helped the USA get to the gold medal round. Canada won on a fixed goal by Crosby, because that just has to happen. Okay? They're going to lean on Ryan Miller, and hopefully this guy from Penn State is going to buy the Sabres. And
he already did.
I hope so. Do you even know who Derek Roy is?
I have no idea who little Derek Roy is, and I don't care who Derek, and I don't care who Ryan Miller is.
Okay. Now, really quick, right here.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Like, you're not
Now,
anywhere.
you guys, obviously, I follow hockey a lot more than you, but I give every other sport an eye. Like, I follow your sport, basketball. I mean, I know who Derek Lee is. I know who he is. I know who Derek Rose is. Okay? Well, I hope that's his first name. But, you know my drift, okay? Yeah. I know who your favorite player, LeBron James, is.
Not my favorite.
That's not what I heard. But, I follow every sport. I don't give any sport a blind eye. Unlike you, Mr. Sports Enthusiast.
Now back to the subject at hand is Derek Roy with the Sabres. Do the Sabres have a chance of making the playoffs now? Or I know they had a lot of high hope coming into the season, but losing a couple free agents who a lot of people thought weren't going to be a factor at all, as I dropped my pen. But I mean, but now with Derek Roy, their team's leading scorer for the season. What are they going to do now?
They're going to call up people from the AHL because right now they do not like spending money. Will they make the playoffs? No. I do not believe they will.
No
Will I
playoffs.
follow them? Of course I will.
So no playoffs for the Buffaloes. Do you think they can make any trades, or do you think they're just going to call it a season? Or
Oh, they can make it a trade.
How about
They
the
can make a
NHL
trade.
calls it a season, Max?
They can make a trade, but Darcy Regier is just not going to
Who
because
is Darcy Regier?
Buffalo Sabres general manager.
Oh,
I hope his mother disowned you.
Now back to other
I
topics.
don't love her anymore.
Back to other NHL stories going on around the league, folks. I mean, we got surprise teams going on this year. I mean, Dallas seems to be riding high in the West. Huh? I mean, what's going on with them?
Yeah, they.
How does the ice still stay?
Dallas. Who are your other surprise teams for the season, guys? Chip, Barry, surprise teams.
Well, I probably would have to speak for Chip here because he probably doesn't know half the teams in the league. Just a disappointment. Where are you from, Chip?
Oklahoma.
That explains so much. Well, do you know any hockey teams? Name a few.
The New Jersey Devils. New York Rangers. And that's really all I need to know.
Speaking of disappointments, since I mean, I don't know if you guys have any more surprise teams. We're running low on the segment here before we have to go to break, but I'm going to say maybe the Dallas Stars. Just, I don't know.
Dallas Stars. Oh,
You're from around the area, Chip.
Max.
Who do you have, Chip, then, running high with surprise teams?
Nobody.
There's somebody. There's a team in the NHL that's a surprise. I mean, Philly, Dallas, they're off to a good start.
I guess I'm just going to go with Philadelphia.
Why are they a surprise? They were in the Stanley Cup Finals.
That's one of the teams that I actually know.
All right, but I think the next topic should be major disappointments, and do I have a team here?
Major disappointment is hockey.
New Jersey Devils. I mean,
Who are they?
what has happened to them? Years of dynasty.
They got a
I
hockey
mean,
team.
yeah, they haven't won. I mean, they've won Stanley Cups, but I mean, as far as look at them this year, sending Kovalchuk to that massive deal, and he has 9 goals this year. He's on pace for like 18. Martin Brodeur, I mean, but I guess we can't fault Brodeur. They lost Parisi for the year, and now he's an unrestricted, or he's a free agent after the end of the season, and they probably don't have money to re-sign him. And they're getting guys.
They have no money. It's all to go.
There's guys injured, and they can't afford to get a whole roster on the ice. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with New Jersey. What are your thoughts on them?
New Jersey just has no hope. They cannot get out of the hole they dug themselves in. They are hard to look at while they play, just like it's hard to look at Chip. It's just difficult. They're not going anywhere. It is a disappointment. New Jersey has always been at the top tier of the league every single year. Yes, they play a very boring game with the trap, but
I think the clock has ticked on New Jersey, and I think they're going to have years
The
and
clock
years.
has ticked on this whole debate with hockey.
So what's going to go on Brodeur? Do you think he's going to retire, get traded, or he's just
I
going to
don't care
it out?
what happens to Brodeur, Max.
And another team that's a major disappointment before we go to break quickly is the
jeez.
Washington Capitals. I mean,
Overrated.
they had a pretty big losing streak during the season, and now with Ovechkin and that all-star lineup that they have, they don't seem to be turning the corner.
they will. Washington's a team that will. Every team has their slumps. Every team does.
Well, folks, that's going to do it
Like
for
Barry has a slump.
any last words, guys, before we head to break.
I think Chip would look pretty dashing in his hat.
Oh, there you go, Chip. Well, now we have a new look for Chip in his hockey talk here. Right, Chip? Oh, folks, that's going to do it for second down. Don't go away. We'll be coming back up with third down and talk on the NBA. Coming up on 4th and 30.